Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan with your hosts, Adrian and Mac.
Welcome, everyone, to the Kentucky Game Plan. I am Mac Black.
I'm Adrian Smith.
Wow, college football.
It's starting. It's ramping up.
Football, period. But let's talk about college first.
Sure.
Looks like they released college football preseason power rankings. And you wouldn't have to guess who number one is, of course.
Well,
Alabama. Clemson falls in at number 2. The mighty OSU, as they say. Number 3. Number 4, Georgia Bulldogs. Number 5, Washington. 6, Wisconsin. 7, Oklahoma. Number 8 is Penn State. Number 9 is Miami. And rounding out the top 10 is Auburn. Are you surprised at this list at all?
Surprised? No, not surprised. But I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised if you see, I'd say, 3 of those teams out of that top 10 fall within the first 3 weeks.
And your pick. What's Adrian's pick of the 3 teams of the fall?
I'm going to say Ohio State, Washington, and Oklahoma. Yeah.
Okay.
Those 3.
First 3 weeks?
I say the first 3 weeks.
Wow.
One of those is going to have a loss. If not all. Well, actually, all 3, yeah. All 3 will have a loss.
Well, we know Louisville opens up with Alabama.
Yeah?
That's in Orlando, right?
Yes, Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah. Neutral site.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, you got Alabama who is who they are.
Right.
We all know that. But, the question still remains at the quarterback position for that team. Who's really going to start? Is it the freshman phenom guy that kind of saved them last season during the championship game, or are they going back to Jalen Hurts? But I look at it like this. If Louisville creates this upset,
right.
which is possible. I
Very
mean,
possible.
that's why we play the game, they say, right? Wow. I mean, what a confidence builder going into the season.
Yeah, it would be. But I think maybe the first half might be a little close. I think Alabama come out on top in the end.
Second half, yeah.
Yeah, look who we're playing. I mean, they're beatable, just like everybody's beatable.
Exactly.
They're ranked number 1, the powerhouse school. We know the reputation. So.
Oh yeah.
But moving on to college basketball.
Yeah.
Kentucky Wildcats, Atlantis Bahamas tournament. Wow.
They showed out.
They are running on all cylinders. I mean, they got a lot to work on, but hey, what can you say?
One thing I like about this team, I've said it many times before between me and you, even not on the show, that with all the recruits that Calipari has had through his time period at Kentucky alone, just Kentucky alone, he should have multiple national titles. Not really in a row. I'm not saying in a row, but he should have at least probably 4, let's be honest.
Yeah, no doubt.
But this team has gelled and molded, I think, as a unit.
Quick.
Starters bench, knowing their roles as far as the starters in the bench, and when they're on the floor together, who should do what. I say this team looks almost identical to the
Carl Anthony's Town.
Nope, the Anthony Davis.
The 12 team.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see a lot of that unity in that team.
Okay. Nick Richards looks like he's turned it around a lot. I mean, hey, he's got a lot to work on still. All of them do, but
right.
First game, 19.7 rebounds. Wasn't expecting that out of him. I was expecting more out of Reed Travis.
The transfer.
Right. He had 14 rebounds and only 4 points, which, he's new to the team.
New system.
He's got to get in there and learn the system. No excuses, but I think he'll come along.
Yeah.
He'll come along. Richards was there last year. He knows what to expect, and I'm sure he's put some work in over the summer. Has to.
Oh, well, yeah, when you got somebody like Reed Travis coming in behind you.
A lot of competition there for that starting spot, so you have to work your back end off if you want that starting spot. Keldon Johnson had 11.7 rebounds. E.J. Montgomery had 8.6 rebounds. Looks like he's going to be out the rest of the tournament. Got some lower back issues going on, so hopefully he can get back home, get that worked out, and get back on the floor and put some more work in. They led by as many as 13 points in the first half. They were 42-35 at the half. The game came within 2 points. And Kentucky just pulled away. And one of the big reasons they pulled away is Tyler Harrell. That guy.
Hey.
I don't care where he's on the floor. Switch. Come down the floor. Switch. And I haven't seen anybody shoot that confident. I mean, Steph Curry's not that confident. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
dude, he comes down the floor, he'll look you right in your eye, and boom.
Well, you know what I like about it is when he's coming down the floor, he can already read the defense.
Right
there. I mean, on the
spot.
spot.
See it in his eyes.
Yeah, exactly. His jumper is
insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got one of the sweetest jumpers I've ever seen.
And a lot of people are already comparing him to Rex Chapman.
Hey, UK legend. UK legend.
He hope he keeps this up.
Let's hope.
Game 1, they walked away 85-61. Game 2, speaking of Game 1, they wore the black uniforms. Everybody was complaining about, people were tweeting, give Duke their uniforms back, this and that. I like them. They look good.
I like them.
Second game, they wore the white uniform, which I wasn't so crazy about, but hey, whatever. I think one of their biggest problems is their three-point shooting. First game, they shot 2 for 20 from three-point range. Ooh. Second game, 7 of 12 from three-point range. So, got to work on that.
Well, now that you say they got to work on that, I read after this last game, a lot of the guys who shot poorly met up at the gym, and that's why I kind of compare this team with the Anthony Davis team as far as the team unity. And the thing is, the coach took their shoes.
Yeah.
So they couldn't go practice after the game.
And they still went and did it.
And they still went and shot in their socks.
Dedication.
Exactly.
They want this.
Well, you got a guy like PJ.
They keep this mentality and keep it up through the year, and everybody else starts to find their niche and come along. Those who aren't doing so well right now, they'll come around.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Well,
prepare.
Hard work.
Yeah. That's what it is. And the work ethic of these guys is pretty unbelievable so far. It's not the coach telling them, hey, look, get out there and go shoot free throws. Go work on your three-pointers. Go do this. Go do that. Do it on their own.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Lead by the initiative and saying, hey, look, coach, this is what I want.
Lead by example.
Exactly. Second game, they walk away 91-68. Their opponent was San Lorenzo de Margo. If I'm saying that right?
I'm assuming you are.
I'm just going to say San Lorenzo.
There you go.
Montgomery sat out again. Like I said, he's out the rest of the tournament. Jamal Baker has this knee problem going on. He's got some swelling there.
Right.
He hasn't played, so I don't know. I hope he gets that worked out because he missed all last season because of
I would like
knee surgery and injury and all. So
I would like to see Quay Green really pick it up.
P.J. Washington, 15 points. Tyler Herro, 22 points. Once again, he's doing the same thing. I mean, he's like the spark of that team, man.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere.
He gets them going, and it's just watching him celebrate on the sideline was pretty amazing.
Well, like you said, he's already being compared to a legend.
Yeah.
So,
Quade Green had a solid 10 points, 3 assists. Travis finished with 11 points, 6 rebounds. Keldon Johnson rounded up with 13 points. Like I said, watching him celebrate on the sideline, there's going to be more of that to come.
Yeah.
I feel. Have a great season. Last night, Game 3, Mega B-Max was the team they played.
Yeah, I did see
Kentucky
that.
smashed them 100-64. 3-point percentage was still kind of low, 7 of 14. Definitely got to work 50%. On that, like I said before. Looks like P.J. Washington was the MVP. The game, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Emmanuel Quickly, 12 points. Interesting fact about this guy. Played 72 minutes, these games. Hasn't had 1 turnover.
Oh, wow.
70 out of 72 minutes.
That's really, really impressive.
Right, exactly.
I don't care who you're playing.
Be new, freshman coming in.
Right. 0
turnovers. You know how hard that is.
Well, yeah.
Not to turn the ball over. There's several ways you can turn the ball over.
Exactly.
Keldon Johnson, 16 points. Tyler Herro, another 16 points. Nick Richards finished with 15 points, 9 rebounds. Solid.
Well,
so
second time around.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this team this season.
We got going on.
Another little piece of information.
Yeah.
Another recruit for next year's team.
Oh, yes.
Small forward, Khalil Whitney.
Khalil Whitney, yep. New Jersey.
5-star recruits, 6'6", 190 pounds from Russell, New Jersey. Played for Russell Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty excited about playing.
Well, look where you're coming to. So
That and he's had some pretty good stats in the Peach Jam tournament.
Oh,
Nike
yeah.
tournament.
The Nike circuit, yeah.
Yeah, so he's making some waves there.
Supposedly, the one bad thing about him, and I'm not dissing the kid at all whatsoever, but they say he's really got to work on his jumper.
Yeah, I mean...
Really flat.
Hey,
so
we all have weaknesses. You have to work on them.
Yep.
Reach down deep and turn them into...
Success.
Success and make that weakness a power.
Exactly.
Add to your arsenal. What about this rule, this NCAA rule with the players? Hey, what do you think of that? I think it's a good thing. Student athletes who enter the draft
yes,
and are not selected will be able to return to school.
Yeah.
That's the option they have. So is this something they have to do, or is it just an option?
It's option.
Okay.
Complete option. I look at it like this. We all know the money situation with the NCAA.
Right.
Everything literally evolves around the money. Good or bad, evolves around the money. I look at it like this. The line is just getting thinner and thinner and thinner with the whole returning to school, going pro,
right.
Hiring agent, don't hire an agent, trust the coach, but you talk to these GMs of the NBA or NFL or whatever. It's such a thin line, and you don't want to cross it, but then you're like, well, what can I do? What can I do?
Right.
And that's what the NCAA is doing, basically. They're creating more and more of a conglomerate of almost, where do I go, where do I not go? And I look at it like this. If you would have stuck to the things back in the day, as far as the rules, probably a lot of this would never, ever happen.
No.
And it would be not so known the NCAA is trying to make money on the side. But
yeah, I mean, it's all about the money.
Right. But I look at it like this.
Kids and these AAU tournaments and all these different basketball circuits and teams and camps. I mean, it's all about money. Yeah, I know some of the coaches, they really want to develop these kids and turn them into, star athletes, but dollars in there too.
Every time.
It's all about that dollar. And everybody is trying to get that dollar, I don't care who you are.
Right.
I mean, that's what it's about. The bottom line is, it's about money. And they're going to do whatever they can to make as much money off these kids. It's true.
No, yeah. No, you're right.
From the shoe companies to the coaches to whoever, it's all about that dollar.
I agree.
Sad to say, but it is what it is.
Anything going on in the NBA?
A lot going on in the NBA, of course.
Exactly.
There's no finish line with the NBA.
It's the off season is more of a season, it seems like.
Yeah.
We all know about the Carmelo Anthony situation with the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, we know about the Carmelo Anthony situation with him being a Rocket now.
Well, there's that.
Finally signed. How many years is that?
1 year.
1 year.
$2.4 million.
Okay.
And he says he's still going to start no matter what. So
I like his determination.
Yeah, you can call it determination.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys I've heard talk about this situation with Carmelo Anthony going to the Rockets, the three-headed monster now down there. But you also look at the situation of the head coach being Mike D'Antoni in Houston, who used to be the ex-coach for the New York Knicks when Carmelo was the star of the team. Well, here's the situation. They're like, well, how's this really going to work out? How's this going to gel between these two guys? Because a lot of people have said that Carmelo kind of got Mike D'Antoni fired in New York. Well, here's the situation. I look at it. Carmelo Anthony is now the fifth option down in Houston. He's really not the number one option down in Houston like it was in New York. Because now you got James Harden, Chris Paul, Eric Gordon. Then we can talk about Carmelo Anthony.
Well, they have a lot of options and weapons to work with.
Yeah.
But with Melo being that last resort.
It's not bad last resort. I mean, he's a shooter, and that's what you need.
They're going to need him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a shooter.
That's another guy. I was watching him work out last summer. Last summer he was wearing the hoodie on his head.
Right, the hoodie Melo situation.
Wherever he was down there, I didn't see him miss one shot. Nothing.
No, he's an all-star shooter. There's no doubt about that.
That whole thing, nothing but net. It was all him.
There's a situation with the Carmelo Anthony and Atlanta Hawks where the buyout happened.
Okay.
And People are talking about Carmelo, who wanted the Atlanta Hawks to make him a jersey.
Really?
And he wanted to hang it in his home with all the other jerseys that he's, had with teams he's played for. Here's the thing. The Atlanta Hawks, the jerseys that they've made for their certain players that either A, been drafted or traded to, have kind of been a fashion statement, I guess, in a sense. If you can find these jerseys, some of the guys that have, quote-unquote, been on the Hawks roster but never played, but jerseys have been made. Andrew Wiggins, draft night. There you go. Carmelo Anthony. There you go.
Okay.
Andrew Bynum, who was traded to the Hawks and then never played. Dwight Howard of the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow.
Yeah. And also another guy we all might know, Julius Erving.
Crazy.
Yeah, Julius Erving. We all know who Julius Erving is. Here's the situation. Atlanta had him on the preseason roster. He played one game and was forced back to the ABA through contract situations. So, yeah.
Always about that paperwork.
There's some guys that are Hall of Famers. Also, Gary Payton is in this mix. Paul Gasol, Antoine Jameson, and like I mentioned before, Andrew Bynum, Dwight Howard, and now Carmelo Anthony with these teams.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, jerseys that have been made.
What a list to be added to.
Right? Odd, but...
Yeah, very odd.
Kind of cool. What else we got going on in the NBA?
Jahlil Okafor.
Yes.
Signs with the Pelicans, so...
Has he finally found a home?
Let's hope so.
I mean, Sixers drafted him, never really played him. They traded to Brooklyn where he played, and he played well.
But now he's a Pelican. I think he's a good piece for them.
Yeah, he's a young piece, team up with Anthony Davis. So, yeah, I can see it working. And Aaron Harrison.
Yeah, got a contract overseas with Turkey.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, got Turkey team he's going to be playing for. Wish him the best on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would play overseas. Conversations we've had before, if I was a basketball player, I would choose overseas before the NBA. I love the NBA, but situations are a lot different over there. To me...
You're a real superstar.
Oh, win-win. It's win-win-win over there.
Yeah.
So, I think it'd be a good fit for him. Get over there and get some experience in international ball. Let's come back here and play in the NBA a little bit.
Get some experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The Raptors signed Greg Monroe from Boston. 1-year deal, $2.2 million. Good move. Yes or no? Or which team wins in your perspective? Is that Boston win for Boston, loss for Boston, win for the Raptors, loss for Raptors?
I'd say it's probably a win for the Raptors.
Okay.
Loss for the Celtics. Yeah. That's what I
Pretty
say.
solid player.
Yeah, I mean, he played really good when he was with Detroit, and he kind of just fell off the map, man.
Right.
I mean,
Your
your confidence kind of goes down after a while. I mean, traded here, traded there,
exactly.
traded,
Like, am I ever going to have a place to call home?
Right. So, no, it's a win for Toronto.
Greg, there's always room in international ball for you. The NBA don't work out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Andre Iguodala made a statement. He feels people don't appreciate KD enough. Says he's the most talented scorer of all time. He's a walking 30 points. That's how he looks at Kevin Durant. He thinks people don't appreciate Kevin Durant's offensive skills. But how could you not?
Well, that's exactly what I was
Another
going to say.
guy is hard to guard, can shoot from anywhere, and he's so long.
Yeah, 6'11".
Going to the basket. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Well, yeah, there's
You've
nothing
seen
you
that.
can do. Yeah.
We've seen it. And how can anybody not appreciate that?
I guess if you're not a fan of basketball.
Most talented scorer? I don't know about that.
Well, the most talented.
Very talented, but I don't know about the most talented because there's so many other guys out there that are
Well, I mean, there's a Hall of Fame list we can go down, and that's why they're in the Hall of Fame. So,
exactly.
I mean, not that Kevin Durant won't get there. I'm not saying that at all.
He's headed there.
Yeah, I mean, 2 titles, 2 MVPs, season MVP. Yeah, I get it.
But a walking 30 points. When you played basketball, what were you? You were a walking what?
I was probably a walking 10 points.
10 points? Okay. I'm going to say 21 because I won a lot of games of 21.
I was never...
Love 21.
Never a fan of the game of 21.
It's just you.
Well, yeah.
You know, I'm not saying I'm not a team player, but it's just me against everybody else.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like I tried harder.
Well, I could see that.
You know,
yeah,
like
game of 21. It's just you.
I've walked in on games of 21. There was a guy who would have 15, somebody who had 12, 10. I come in with 0.
And
win. I've done it several times. I played a lot of different basketball courts. A lot of good players, too.
Yeah.
It's just like it was this thing in my head. It's like, okay, I know all these dudes, played with them before. I'm going to win this game. They hated it. Well, they didn't even want to see me come out there and play.
Exactly. They probably saw you coming, and they're probably like, dang, man, this guy again.
But it's like, hey, I loved it. And over and over and over. That's how I broke my foot playing 21.
You did break your foot playing 21. I remember that.
Actually, when 21 was just a one-on-one situation, and we were playing to, I think, 21. It was me and one other person, and it was like 10 games in a row. I was like, this is senseless. All right, come on, one more.
Crack?
Yeah. I think you heard that around the world. But anyways, moving on. Rondo.
Yes.
His objective this year with the Los Angeles Lakers is to win. That's what anybody's objective should be when you're playing sports, is to win. But he also says that he's ready to help develop Lonzo Ball as much as possible to get him ready, make him more successful. But question is here, we've seen Rondo play with several different teams throughout his career.
Yep.
He's not gotten along with a lot of the players.
True.
A lot of the coaches, front office, whatever. Can he be successful enough to help develop Lonzo Ball?
Yes.
Reason is?
LeBron James.
Okay. So LeBron, you feel like LeBron would be somewhat of a...
I think it'll be an earpiece for Rondo.
Okay.
And Rondo will accept that role, and Rondo will extend that to helping Lonzo Ball.
Okay.
When you got LeBron James on your team, we all know who the captain of the team is.
Well, according to LeVar Ball, LeVar Ball,
and we all heard the laugh there.
Right. I had to laugh. It's Lonzo's team, not LeBron's team.
Yeah.
So LeBron, I guess you have to take a seat.
We'll see how that works out.
Right. That guy, he's still at it. It never stops at him.
You're right. It never
stops. I mean, yeah, it's been kind of chill because he's been overseas with his sons.
Right.
But I think that's over with now.
Yeah. It's
because
over.
one of them tried out for the NBA, right?
Yeah. The last...
LaMelo? Not LaMelo. What's the middle one?
Yeah. LiAngelo?
Too many loves and leads.
Well,
I can't
exactly.
remember all of them. Anyways, he didn't quite make the NBA or G League, so...
Well...
Look for more LeVar Ball.
Well, exactly. Unfortunately, look for more LeVar Ball. Some NFL news. Oakland Raiders. We all know what's going on out there as far as the contract situation with their all-star defensive player, Khalil Mack, who wants an extension.
Yes.
He's holding out. He's holding out for that extension. Who knows how long that holdout will be, or if that's...
Do you think it's smart of him to hold out? Would you hold out?
No, because when you're holding out, you're losing money.
True.
So, I'm not saying you can't make that money up, but you're also losing it, period.
Sometimes it's not all about the money. It is in this situation, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be all about the money. It's about, getting what you want and standing up for what you think is right.
Sure. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm losing money, but I want this max deal. I want this extension. I'm looking out for me and my future and my family. Whatever.
They've also had him on the trading block.
Right.
So, there's that situation. But a guy named Tank Carradine, This guy was drafted by the 49ers in the 2013 draft, 4th round. He's now stepping into the role, if Khalil Mack doesn't return to the Raiders, as
already got a replacement.
As a replacement. Carradine signed with the Oakland Raiders as a free agent. Like I said, Khalil Mack's still holding out. We're on like day 16, day 17.
Wow.
Thing is, Carradine's had a lot of injuries. That's why the 49ers kind of let him go. So he's coming into a situation where hopefully the scheme fits him, but he can stay healthy. And, I mean, you're filling some big shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Khalil Mack, number 5 overall pick. He's had 40 career sacks, 9 forced fumbles. He's been an all-pro, and he's made NFL history because it's not been done. Replacing Mack is going to be very, very hard because this guy's made NFL history in 2015 when he was named first-team all-pro at 2 different positions, outside linebacker and defensive end. And in 2016, following up that, 2016, he was Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow. All over the place.
All over the place. So, big shoes to fill. Hopefully Mack comes back because, they need him and he needs them.
Mack's already here.
But Tank, hopefully he can make this work out if it doesn't work out with Mack.
Mack's right here.
There you go. Mack's
you
right
didn't
there.
catch it first time.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Ex-Card, Junior Bridgman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this guy. Wow.
Super businessman.
Super businessman, yes. He's trying to buy Sports Illustrated.
I think he'll get it.
I think he will. Some say it's probably not a great move business-wise, but you win some, you lose some, and that's the way the business works.
Right.
But there's another company also involved trying to buy Sports Illustrated. The company also has affiliation to Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
So there's 2 basically companies, Junior Bridgman's company and this other company, bidding for Sports Illustrated.
2 powerhouses.
2 powerhouses. Junior Bridgman. Ex-UVL player. He played for the 1975 Final Four team for the Cardinals. He was Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year twice. And he was drafted by the Lakers. And traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. And in this situation with the trade, it brought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from the Bucks to the Lakers.
Nice.
So he was the piece that kind of made the dynasty of the Lakers there.
He was the bridge for Kareem to walk across.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
But just a little info on Junior Bridgman as far as his business. He's made a big mark in the business world. He's got a sprawling empire of 300 Wendy's and Chili franchises across 16 states. He also acquired the heartland of Coca-Cola Bottling Company, distributed rights in Missouri, Illinois, Kansas, and Nebraska. And in 2016, he was on Forbes' estimated 4th highest retired athlete. Now, in these 4 people, let me run this by you. He's behind Michael Jordan, David Beckham, Arnold Palmer, and then himself, Junior Bridgman. Wow. So this guy, annual income, $32 million. And his net worth, his empire itself, $600 million is what it's worth.
Crazy.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of hard work put in there, too.
Yes, it is.
There's
but hopefully, hopefully he gets it.
Oh, yeah.
Sports Illustrated is not just the magazine anymore. It's through the web.
But the only thing with the whole magazine, newspaper industry, everything's moving to online.
Right.
Digital.
Right.
I don't need a newspaper. I can go on my phone and look at it. Or magazines, books. A lot of bookstores have closed.
Well, and that's why a lot of people...
That really saddens me because I love bookstores.
Well...
The whole atmosphere of it, and it's just overwhelming. There's so much to look at in there. So many different books. Stories. You can find a book on anything, everything. But now it's just, hey, pull out my Android or my iPhone and just find that book. Sad.
Sad. No, you're right. Well,
we are now living in the digital world. The internet is evil, and it destroyed everything. from the baseball cards to everything. It's just...
Oh, yeah, the baseball cards. Yeah, the
baseball card was so innocent. And now it's just what are they worth now?
Well, who knows? 'Cause
I've still got
it's a
some.
dying business.
Right.
Also, Bernie Williams was in town this past Friday.
Really?
Louisville Bats. Yeah, he was throwing the first pitch to the Friday night game for
Nice.
for the All-Star of the New York Yankees. I mean, 4 World Series, 27-year overall Major League Baseball career. Hey, it's awesome this guy stopped by, but he was also basically helped funding a situation that his father went through, IPF.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pulmonary fibrosis situation with the lungs that his father passed away from. It's a disease. He was definitely contributing to that and basically going out there and throwing the first pitch for the Bats and speaking to the Courier-Journal and other media sources throughout the city. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see a guy like that come through and spend some time here and still sticking with baseball, man.
That's awesome. Speaking of next Saturday,
yes,
or this coming Saturday,
okay,
Louisville Bats, it's Marvel Night. First 2,000 customers get a Hulk bobblehead.
That's cool.
I need to be there. I need that Hulk bobblehead.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I didn't know anything about
Marvel
that.
Night.
Marvel Night.
Yeah.
Dope. Things going around town. August 16th through the 26th, Kentucky State Fair. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I know you'll be front and center.
I hope to be.
September 8th and 9th, the Big Four Art Festival at the Big Four Bridge
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Great Lawn. Also, September 22nd, 23rd, Bourbon and Beyond. Also, August 25th and 26th, Team Stamina tryouts for the AAU team. This is Derek Anderson's Team Stamina. Like I said, August 25th and 26th, 8th grade. Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then Sunday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. For the 9th grade, Saturday,
So 1:30.
1:30 to 3, and then Sunday, 3:30 to 5:30. This is going to be at 7610 River Road, Prospect, Kentucky. You can contact DA at staminabasketball.com. There you go. So AAU, Louisville, local. Maybe some of these guys can attend UVL and UK.
Yeah, never know.
Never know.
Also, guys, make sure you follow Kentucky Game Plan at Instagram at _KY_Game Plan, Facebook at the KY.gameplan, and our Twitter handle is at the Kentucky Game Plan. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm Mike Black.
I'm Adrian Smith.
And this has been the Kentucky Game Plan.